Just reaffirming that the government is on top of its game when it comes to security matters. Moving on, Kenyans aspiring to be accountants in Kenya may have a wider scope of opportunities in growing their career, knowledge and skills with other countries, as the Institute of Certified Public Accountants of Kenya signed a memorandum of understanding with the Institute of Chartered Accountants of India. Well, the MoU seeks to establish cooperation and collaboration in the areas of knowledge sharing through joint research, quality support and capacity building. Well, the collaboration through the understanding will provide opportunity for India and Kenyan accountants trainee, accountant exchange programs and conducting continuous professional development courses.
This is the only way to guarantee the future of the profession. The accounting profession is synonymous with integrity, accountability, and credibility, all of which are critical pillars of good governance. And one of the biggest challenges which we face as accountants, one of the biggest challenges which we face as a profession is inadequate professionally regulated accountants.
As far as India is concerned, all these MOUs, before those could be signed by the respective institutes, are approved by the Union Cabinet of our country, which is chaired by our Prime Minister. So he has approved this MOU in the shortest possible time, because I remember and I know this journey started just 2 years back, and in 2 years' time we are able to see this day that we are able to sign this MOU, which is going to promote knowledge sharing and capacity building.
So I'm proud that the institutes over the years has been engaged in being able to get into arrangements with the various institutes across the world. We started with the Institutes of Chartered Accountants of England and Wales, then came to our South African Institute of Chartered Accountants. We equally have mutual recognition agreement for the East African region. We are soon to sign off with the Australian Institute of Certified Public Accountants.
Indeed, some good news for accountants across the country. Well, Britam Asset Managers Limited has announced that the company is investing 1.4 billion shillings in an energy private equity fund, Everstrong Power Limited. The private equity firm Everstrong will use the funds to buy a stake in the 80 megawatt heavy fuel oil at the river power plant owned by Gulf Energy. Earlier this month, Britam issued a profit warning for the year ended December. It alerted investors that earnings will be at least 25% lower compared to the previous year. Kenneth Kaniu, the CEO for Britam Asset Managers, has stated that the investment will achieve diversification across asset classes and currencies.
Excellent. Yes. Excellent. Perfect. Right. Okay. Thank you very much.
Energy for us, we found to be a sector that really matches our strategy from the point of view of the long-term nature of the sector, because a lot of the liabilities that we have from clients are long-term in nature. We have also found the energy sector and infrastructure sector to be fairly stable from the point of view of investment returns, because once a power purchase agreement, as an example, is signed up by the government of Kenya through Kenya Power, this is an irrevocable agreement that really has very strong contractual provisions. We're also very happy with the energy sector based on the profile of returns that we then earn, which are hard currency returns. We are talking of almost double-digit returns. So for us, it really provides a very good hedge against any potential weakness from the point of view of the Kenyan shilling. Recall that we own 48.8% of housing finance, and we own another 8% of Equity Bank. And whilst the businesses themselves have done well, from the point of view of the stock market, from the point of view of what I'd call adverse legislation, these are businesses that have suffered. So we have seen that the earnings of those businesses have then pulled down in aggregate Britam Holdings' own earnings. So it is important for Britam Holdings to then consider, obviously, investments away from the very volatile stock market. And Britam Asset Managers, in cognizance of that, has already made the step to begin to diversify away from traditional asset classes and then look further at alternative assets.